What if I told you the date on your phone is actually the result of thousands of years of mistakes, politics, religion, and power?
Every time you check your calendar, you're trusting a system created by ancient kings, Roman emperors, and even a pope who literally erased days from history. In fact, millions of people once went to bed on one date and woke up on a completely different one. No time travel, no science fiction, it really happened. The calendar seems simple: 365 days, 12 months, 7-day weeks. But behind those numbers lies one of humanity's greatest inventions and one of its biggest mysteries.
Without a calendar, there would be no holidays, no birthdays, no schools, no businesses, no history as we know it. So who invented it? Why are there exactly 12 months? Why does February have only 28 days? And why do we still follow a system designed more than 2,000 years ago? This is the incredible story of how humans learned to control time itself. Long before cities, before writing, before money, human beings had no calendars. There were no Mondays, no January, no years. People lived by something much simpler: nature. They watched the sunrise. They watched the sunset. They noticed that winter always returned. Spring brought new plants. Summer brought warmth. Autumn prepared the land for another cold season. For thousands of years, the sky became humanity's first clock. Ancient hunters carefully observed the moon. They discovered something fascinating. The moon changed its shape over and over again in a predictable pattern. One complete cycle took about 29 and a half days. This became humanity's first natural way of measuring time. Many early civilizations believed the moon was a gift from the gods, guiding people through darkness and helping them know when seasons were changing. But there was one huge problem. A year isn't made of whole moon cycles. 12 lunar cycles equal only about 354 days. The Earth actually needs about 365.2 days to orbit the Sun. That tiny difference, just 11 days every year, slowly pushed the seasons out of sync. Farmers planted crops at the wrong time. Harvests failed. Food became scarce. Entire communities suffered. Humanity realized something extraordinary. If civilization wanted to survive, it needed a better way to measure time. And that realization would change the course of history forever. Humanity had discovered a problem. The moon wasn't enough. To build civilizations, to grow food, to predict floods, people needed a calendar that matched the sun.
And that's exactly what happened. Nearly 5,000 years ago, in the fertile lands between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, the Sumerians built one of the world's first great civilizations. They carefully tracked the moon and divided the year into months. Their calendar wasn't perfect, but it introduced a revolutionary idea. Time could be organized. The Babylonians later improved this system. When the seasons began drifting out of place, they occasionally added an extra month to bring the calendar back into alignment. It was one of history's earliest attempts to fix the problem of time.
But hundreds of miles away, another civilization was making an even greater breakthrough. Every year, something remarkable happened. The Nile River flooded, covering the land with rich, fertile soil that made farming possible. The survival of the entire kingdom depended on predicting exactly when those floods would arrive. Egyptian astronomers searched the skies for clues. They noticed that just before the annual flooding, a brilliant star appeared in the eastern sky just before sunrise. Year after year, the same pattern repeated.
Egyptian astronomers realized the time between one appearance of Sirius and the next was almost exactly 365 days. Instead of relying only on the moon, they built a calendar based largely on the sun. It contained 12 months of 30 days each. To complete the year, they added 5 extra festival days at the end. It wasn't perfect. The calendar still drifted slowly over centuries because the actual year is about 365 days and nearly 6 hours. But compared to earlier systems, it was a masterpiece of science.
The idea spread across the ancient world. Empires adopted it, scholars studied it, and future rulers would build upon it. Yet one empire was still struggling with chaos. Its calendar was a mess. The early Roman calendar didn't even have 12 months. According to tradition, it began with just 10. Winter wasn't properly counted at all. Later, 2 more months were added, but the system remained deeply flawed. The months no longer matched the seasons. Religious festivals drifted across the year. Farmers struggled to know the right time to plant and harvest. In Rome, priests had the authority to add an extra month when needed. In theory, it kept the calendar aligned with the seasons. In reality, it became a political weapon. Powerful officials could extend the terms of their allies or shorten the time their rivals stayed in office. Time itself had become something politicians could manipulate. The calendar no longer served the people, it served power. Rome needed a solution, and one man decided enough was enough. His name was Julius Caesar. During his time in Egypt, Caesar encountered one of the ancient world's most advanced systems of timekeeping. There, he worked with the Alexandrian astronomer Sosigenes. Together, they designed a calendar based on the solar year rather than the changing phases of the moon. The new calendar contained 365 days, with an extra day added every 4th year to keep it aligned with Earth's orbit. In 45 BC, the Julian calendar officially took effect and changed history. The Julian calendar was revolutionary, but it wasn't perfect. At first, officials mistakenly added the extra day too often. Emperor Augustus corrected the mistake and restored the calendar's rhythm. Even then, one tiny error remained. The Julian year was about 11 minutes longer than the true solar year. 11 minutes each year seemed insignificant until centuries passed. By the 1500s, the calendar had drifted so far that it was creating a serious problem. The date of Easter was slowly drifting away from the astronomical events it was meant to follow. Pope Gregory XIII ordered the world's leading astronomers to solve the problem. Their solution became known as the Gregorian Calendar. To realign the calendar with the seasons, 10 dates were skipped in October 1582. Not every nation accepted the new calendar immediately. Britain and its American colonies didn't switch until 1752. Over time, the Gregorian calendar became the world's common language of time. Every meeting, every birthday, every holiday, every launch into space depends on it. The next time you check the date on your phone, remember, you're looking at the result of thousands of years of human curiosity, observation, and innovation.